Hello, everybody. This is Buddy Webb, Midland, Texas. I'm going to do a short video here this morning that is going to talk about my YouTube channel, and the experts here, the people that do YouTube all the time. This will be second grade stuff, but there's just things that I've learned, and I think there's a lot of people that might not know this, so this might help them. First thing, just getting to my YouTube. The name is one word, Buddy Webb. YouTube.com, Buddy Webb, and and that'll get you there. And then I have that, in this cover right here, picture, and that's an old cover. The secret place has been there for a long time, made a long time ago. So when you go there, this is what you see on my YouTube channel, okay? And then you see the menu buttons at the top. These are my recent one day ago, 2 days ago, 3 days ago, 3 days ago, 4 days ago, 6 days ago. And so if you click on about here, what it's going to show you here is right now, I started this channel in 2012, and on YouTube I have 800,000 views. There's some, I've noticed some of the suspects, enemies, whatever you want to call them. They've spread lies saying that all he does is make money off videos. As in I'm not, that all the evidence that I present isn't truthful or something. I really think they're probably the ones that were having the pedophile parties or involved in the murders or whatever. And the truth is I haven't made any money. I haven't monetized any videos. That's what it costs. But some people on YouTube do monetize, but I haven't. My goal all along has been to for truth and justice, and to stop the crimes that are being committed against me today and many other people. Because as we've seen, they're breaking into homes all over the place. And so anyway, there's the little short description that I've got here. Up here at the menus here is videos. You click on that videos and it'll list them out, and I think default is just showing which is the most recently uploaded videos, and so you can see that the one I made yesterday here was asking about the 911 gold. That's what it talked about, and told about the woman that suggested that maybe the 911 gold's in the underground facilities, And this one, the next one, 2 days ago, do you think this is newsworthy? And then I listed, here's this story, this incredible story of absolute proof of doctors faking x-rays, and the press and the media hid that from the public. Here's the first known secret police in the history of America, and the press hid that from the public. Here's homeowners all over Midland, Odessa, Texas, and many other states reporting people in the attic. I'm ambushed and shot with burglar alarms going on my attic, and the press hid that from the public. And that was the point I was making in that video, And then this 5 minutes from my home, 3 days ago, I got in my car and I drove around to the Home Depot store 5 minutes away, and then I hit different spots on the way and talked about them. That's a very interesting video. And so usually your number of views are lower on the most recent videos here, and you can see, as we've seen, there was already 800 videos I've uploaded since 2012, and so that's one way to go through it. A lot of people are overwhelmed by the sheer number of videos, because it does, I make them often, and a lot of people watch my channel. They're every day, every 2 days, they're coming and seeing what the latest video is or whatever. What I want to show you here, there's a button on my channel and other people's channel called sort by. So you can click that sort by, and you can change it to most popular, date added, oldest, and newest. And I'm gonna click on most popular. Okay. And this is kind of interesting. And when you go most popular, because then it lists it by which videos have watched the most. Of course, that is most of the time done from the older videos get more views because they've been there longer. But I'm going to show you like these top 6 here on the top row. This one on the very most watched video is a Friday Night Alley action. Why that one has 80,000 views, I don't know. But really what I think it is it was promoted by YouTube. You know, they promoted it. And see, they can real quickly go, hey, watch this. This is interesting. And then they'll just, you know, massive views. Or they can do the opposite. They can keep people from when doing a search or find them or suggestions or whatever. You know, they can manipulate them views. But anyway, that's really not anything. I think, you know, there was a car in my alley. I documented it was in 2017, and it's not nothing I ever referred to or even think it's, you know, that important video. It's just one more documentation of the stalking that has gone on here. But my second one, rape and murder, that's a clip out of, I created 5 videos. My first 5 called Midland, Texas Tunnels and Crime Part 1 through 5. You're going to see it. The Part 1 is right here. It's the number 5 video, and they're still pertinent, important, good videos right there. And this rape and murder is a clip out of one of them videos, and it's talking about the guy seen in my home that was wearing the Midland Canine Police jacket, and then the Midland Canine Police officer that went and murdered his wife and killed himself. And so, you know, that's what that was about. And rape and murder is the story of the young girl being murdered at the 2010 Oil Show party. But that video doesn't tell the full story. I've got other ones that do that. Midland, Texas secret police, first known secret police gang in they were secret for 6 years. You know, I offered a $2,000 reward to get them identified. I really, really thought that once we get them identified, the rest would be made and the crimes would be stopped. But that's not what happened. It's just amazing. Now we're just in the blatant, in-your-face lawlessness. We'll break in your home, shoot you. What are you going to do about it? You know, you think you're going to call the press and they're going to do anything? Who are you going to call? You know, if we want to break in your home and kill you, we're going to break in our home and kill you. It doesn't matter about evidence or proof. That's literally where we're at right now. Is this a sex trafficking tunnel? That one goes where I drive around in my alley, and then on the other side of the wall, we're looking at the 2 side-by-side manholes, 24,000 views. It was posted up 5 years ago. It's interesting. Midland, Texas Tunnel Crime 5 years ago. That's the one, and that's a great video because that one shows how I first figured out somebody was getting, breaking into my home, getting into my attic, and what I did to stop it. And it's still important information for people today because I lived here 2 years before I figured out somebody's in my attic, and now I've got at least a dozen addresses, other homeowners who reported people in the attic, but I think there's a whole bunch more that the owners don't even know that their home's being invaded, and they've got people going through their things, looking through their computers, etc., watching them and their kids take baths or have sex or whatever, that's what's going on. The invasion of privacy, factor, the stealing the electricity and the heating and the cooling and the shelter as well, because this is burglary, theft, and murder is what it is. If you try to stop them, that's when you get killed. Okay. Sheriff Painter's hideout, that's only 5 months old, and it went viral at 23,000 views. And that's where a sheriff candidate, Joe Lozano, we had a election earlier in the year, and I was telling the sheriff candidate my story about being shot from underground after reporting a suspected tunnel to the DEA, and he said, yeah, that was old Painter's hideout. Painter was our last sheriff that died last year, and so huge news. That was another story that the press hid from the public. Haley Dunn murder confession. That was one of my first Haley Dunn videos. I made others. This one had 17,000 views, and if you hadn't watched it, it's interesting to watch. This one in my alley, 17,000 views. That's evidence found at the wall there. You'll see it. And telephone pole. Secret tunnels in Midland. That one still gets a lot of views, and I drive around town and show this and show that. I think it's interesting, but it's not, that big. But, a lot of times I think it just, for whatever reason, I don't know what makes one go viral. I hadn't figured that out yet. And the name is a lot of it. Finding the tunnel. I think that's an important video because basically I'm showing there you know, I've had a lot of people go, well, you need to dig, you know, and here I've got a woman tell me it's 25-foot $1 million underground facilities. You know, that's not what you dig out. Plus these are armed and dangerous criminals backed up by a secret police gang, and they have the press hiding their crimes for them. You know, it's not the thing that you want to play Rambo with. And but you know, how do you find the tunnel? And I'm explaining that we know they're getting in the attic. We know they're not coming in the doors, so that means they're coming up a modified wall from a tunnel. Multiple people said tunnels, underground facilities are here. And you find the wall, you find the tunnel, you know. And a normal wall doesn't have enough crawl space. So that's what that video is about there. Burglars in my attic. I actually went in my attic and made a video. 15,000 views 4 years ago. Midland, Texas, tunnels and crime. I think this one is actually part 4. This is Midland, Texas, part 2. Okay, this one's part 2. And that one listed out. That's an interesting video too. And Vivint attic alarms. I installed a Vivint attic alarm, a security system in my attic to prove these crimes were going on. It's like, oh, you need proof. Well, you know, here I got proof. The Vivint alarm system recognizes the burglars in my attic, dispatches the police to my house twice, and then I get letters from the city that I'm going to be fined for if they get any more calls from my Vivint alarm system in my attic. And I mean, that's what's going on. You know, it's not a matter of proof. You know, I've had multiple alarm systems, and then I got another video somewhere where it proves that they're hacking the cameras, but they're setting off them burglar alarms. I saw a person in my attic. It's not a what if could be. This is going on, and not just my home, all over the place. Human trafficking tunnels, a good one. And on. So y'all can see this one. $1 million underground facilities. That one's 7,000 views 3 years ago. That's the one where the lady told me it was 4 3-bedroom homes, 25 foot deep, each costing $1 million a piece, and they're having pedophile parties there. That's a recorded phone call in that one. Another Midland, Texas tunnel crime, caught digging. You can hear the digging noise coming from underground. Pence and pedophile parties, 6,011 months ago. That one is consistently the #1 video there when I go to the analytics. And you know, it you know, every month more people watch. I think it's #2 this month or whatever. I don't know if I can go trending here. No, that's not it. Okay. There's home. Let me go back to my channel. Okay. And so what else did I want to show you? Playlist. Okay, that's the next one. And I don't use these a lot, but you know, if you're wanting to learn this story or whatever, you can come here. Attic Investigations playlist has 9 videos in there, and I was doing a series of videos where I'm going, this home here reported somebody in the attic. So I went and looked up using the records, public records, who lived next door to it, and was asking maybe a tunnel's coming from this home or that home, and then I look up them 2 next door neighbors. Basically, that's what I did was, and then I play the actual police scanner video in there, and it was real interesting. Like a home on Dartmouth here in Midland, the owner had been reporting people in the attic. She asked my roofer to go up in her attic and check, because you know, she was here some of the attic. They couldn't catch anybody on camera, and as I said, this crime gang has figured out how to hack them cameras, and that's one of their tricks for their burglary, theft, and murder, you know, and police corruption and all that. But I'm doing the research on the 2 neighbors, and I noticed that the next door neighbor to that house was the parents of Curtis Lloyd. He was the guy that found Haley Dunn's remains, okay, over in Scurry County. 2 days after I wrote the Department of Justice that suggested somebody come here and look in the underground homes here, you know, and you know, and she'd been missing 2 years. As soon as I suggest they come here and look in the underground homes, multiple people have said here, you know, including, you know, a recent sheriff candidate. Then all of a sudden, you know, he finds her, you know, and this Curtis Lloyd. Well, come to find out, you know, he grew up in this home next door to where the people are reporting people in the attic, you know. So I've wondered if, you know, he wasn't chosen to find her remains to keep people from coming here, and he knows something about this crime ring, you know, and there may be a tunnel there. Anyway, that was an interesting video under Attic Investigations. That some of the Haley Dunn videos, and I've made more than that, and even some recent ones. And police scanner videos. Them are older police scanner videos. They're really interesting. I've got one where our chief of police, not today, the one before, when I was shot, Robinson, okay? And I overhear him on the police scanner with Rosie Rodriguez. She's one of the main actors here, secret police, and caught tampering with evidence, lying on police report. Just turned out to be the lifelong friend of the ex-wife that's led to be involved in the shooting. Anyway, she's talking on the radio to the chief of police, and he says, "What I don't know won't hurt me," and so I actually got that video and made that point that your chief of police is sticking his fingers in his ears and nobody tell me about crime because what I don't know won't hurt me. I don't want to know about people breaking into homes, killing innocent people because I'm the chief of police. And that's what he's saying. Here's the Midland, Texas tunnels and crime. And that was the 5 videos there, like I said. And you can see them listed on the right here.
Texas tunnels and crime.
And so, I don't know if I can go back. We'll see. Yeah. Okay. And so, I'm going to go here to YouTube Studio. Okay. And go to Analytics. Okay, here's my channel analytics. Okay, views are up. Channel had 17,000 views in the last 28 days, and so this was. And I want to show you what the top videos are right now. What people are watching. Sheriff Painter's Hideout, and here. 5,000 views. Pins and pedophile parties. That's one I was telling you. It always gets a lot, and it's not saying that Pence was at the pedophile party said to be going on here. It was just certain things that happened. The connection between the crimes here and the vice president. I sincerely believe that the evidence shows that what's going on here goes all the way up to the president and the vice president, at least the vice president for sure, and. It's just certain things that happen. And as I've said many times, this is the biggest untold story in America. $1 million underground homes, secret police, multiple murders, just incredible cover-up, doctors faking x-rays, dismembering crime victims, the Haley Dunn murder, that's a huge, and that's the third most watched videos, $130 a meth in the last month right here. And that's the most recent Haley Dunn video. Why don't you dig? I've asked that question. Why don't you dig? And I said that a minute ago. 25 foot deep, $1 million underground facilities, protected by a secret police murder gang, and the press covering up their murders for them, No, we need to find real police, okay? Background, tunnel ditch, real interesting video. And these are top videos within the last month. New people in the attic stories, finding the shooter. This one I think is a real good video. I figured out that I knew the mother of one of the secret police, Lieutenant Dickey, and he's a main player because it was documented being Lieutenant Dickey inside my home at 11:05 p.m. on the night that I'm shot. But he wasn't seen arriving on the security cameras. And the security camera had seen Woodward and Naylor at 11:01, 4 minutes earlier. And so the security camera was surely working, and that's the only entry into my home. All the other doors were bolted shut, and the windows are screwed together. I was having all these crimes committed against me. And it's documented on the police reports about how secured my home was. And that's what told me Lieutenant Dickey coming to my home from the now removed hidden trap door that the ex-wife had already told me about, and from where I shot from. The evidence is clear. I wasn't shot with my gun, and we know where I shot from, so we know exactly where the shooter's gun was at when they pulled the trigger. And that's where that trap door was at. Now it's gone. Obviously, it was removed, while I was in the hospital and between the two police entries, whatever. But, that's what this video, finding the shooter, is showing. Lieutenant Dickey was inside my home and he wasn't seen arriving. That means he came from under my home and somebody under my home shot me. Okay. And so, anyways, burglaries in progress. And that talks about it's not just my home, it's homes all over the place. This is widespread racketeering, organized crime, and significant police corruption. And then now, 2 secret police are now dead. And that one's an older video, October 2019. But that one's the story of, let's see, Naylor, Sheriff. Midland County Sheriff Deputy Mike Naylor died October 2014. 2 months later, Midland K-9 police officer Chad Simpson alleged to murder his wife Sandra and then kill himself. So within 2 months, you have 2 police officers and a policeman's wife dead, and they're all connected to the murder attempt on my life. And once again, that shows how big this story is. So maybe that's useful for you if you go to my YouTube channel and you want to, watch some videos and research this story. The last thing I want to show you here, I'm going to go back to my main page here, is this button right here. Okay, that's that magnifying glass is a search button, and you can search my channel from right there. So if you want to search for burglar, okay, there we go. Okay, and you can see everyone shows up all these burglar alarms. Literally, I've probably made 100 videos of burglar alarms going off in my home, and so, or you could search for attic or search for secret police or etc. And so anyway, I hope you found that interesting. Talk to you later. Bye.